Julie, I'm saying, I'm not drunk, but I just want you to know how much I love you. You know how much I love you, right?
Oh, this is getting weird. Oh my gosh! Focus, Zeze. Focus.
I'm focused.
Is your dress see-through? Wow.
It is, but I've got... do you know what I've got underneath?
I'm doing my intro.
Sorry.
Regardless of what you see on this programme, please drink responsibly. This is Drunk History, Black Stories. I am your wonderful, amazing and talented host, Julie Adenuga, and this is my special guest, the formidable Zeze Millz.
Cheers, darling. What does formidable mean? Is it good?
I don't know.
So I'm here today to talk about a lady called Callie House, okay?
I thought you were going to say Callie House. I was going to say she's not black. Wait, so who are you talking about?
Callie House.
Callie's house.
Callie House.
Callie House.
She was an activist for reparations. That's her thing. That was her goal. That's what God put her on this earth for. She was born in 1861 in Tennessee, and she was actually born into slavery. So she was only educated up until the age of primary school. But then she moved to Nashville, and then she got married, and then she had 5 kids. She raised 5 kids.
How many kids do you want to have, Zeze?
I don't even know if I want to have kids.
Oh, that's
I'm
deep.
happy to be a stepmom. Basically, I'm a part-time mum.
That's crazy. Why don't you want to be a full-time mum?
So I can party when I want to and drink alcohol.
Drink alcohol.
So then after slavery basically got abolished, she was like, where is our reparations? Her main message was that the government had basically freed us. They abolished slavery. They said, you man can be free. But when they freed us, they didn't give us the resources to help us. Black people were free, and they were called freed men. 1891, black people started to receive these random pamphlets, right? The pamphlet was called A Freedman's Pension Bill, a plea for American freedmen. That's what the pamphlet was called.
Stop batting your eyelashes at me and say pamphlet properly. It's pamphlets.
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 The black people started receiving pamphlets.
Pamphlets. Okay, cool, right. So black people are getting pamphlets. Who was giving them the pamphlets?
Right. It was a white guy.
Just one dude?
A one white guy dude giving the black people this pamphlets. And this guy was called Walter. We don't care about his last name because he was trying to con the black people. So basically, the whole point of this pamphlet was to kind of let black people feel like they had a pension scheme, right? A bit like benefits, right? So we give you the money, and then where are you going to spend the money? You're going to spend the money with
the white Southerners.
With the white Southerners who have businesses already.
Okay.
So you're basically, he's giving you the money, and you think you're getting the money, but really you're giving the money back to the white people. So his thing was, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get the black people to be the forefront of this and hand out the pamphlets to make the black people think that it's the black people that are doing this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So one of the main guys that was doing it was called Isaiah Dickinson. So he was handing out the pamphlets, and then he was like, wait a minute, I don't feel comfortable with this. You trying to use me to get my people in? I ain't about that. I'm for my people. I'll be about my people. You think you can buy me, motherfucker? You think you can buy me? So he was like, nah, Walter, you gotta go, motherfucker. You gotta disperse. Bye-bye. And hit up my girl, Callie. You're my black queen. I know what you about. I know you for the people. I know you for us. You care about our people. So sister, let's align. I wonder if let's align. Let's make this happen. Let's free our people together. And so basically, Callie and Isaiah came together and they made the organization. Her main thing was, this is what we deserved. They've done us wrong, they've enslaved us. Now it's our time to reclaim what we are worth and what we should have got. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too sure about this whole name. It was a little bit wordy and a little bit lengthy, and I feel like they should have thought about it a little bit better. But this is the name that they came up with.
Don't be rude. I bet it was fine.
The Ex-Slave Mutual Relief Bounty and Pension Association. Do you understand what I'm saying? I understand why the...
Yeah, one more time.
The Ex-Slave Mutual Relief Bounty and Pension Association. I feel like they could have come up with a more snappy name. Callie's not dumb. She knows that title is a little bit too much.
It takes up the whole pamphlet.
It takes up the whole pamphlet. So then what she did after that, in 1898, she then started her own pamphlet, which was for the right thing. And that pamphlet was called A Plea for the Cause.
That's a better name.
Also, what she would do is she would recruit people and educate those people so that they could then spread the message. So it wasn't just about her. Callie went on tour from 1897 to 1899. And in that time, 34,000 people signed up. She's just going and spreading her lecture, just going around, basically like Scissor, touring. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just doing what everyone, we all need to hear Scissor at one point. And that is how Callie was. The roads you walk on, the houses built, bridges were all from the blood, sweat and tears of the enslaved. And it was free. When you wasn't allowed freedom and they believe you shouldn't be compensated, you shouldn't be paid your dues. Come on now. They owe us everything. Then by 1900, 300,000 people have signed up.
Baby, where's she touring? All of America?
Yeah, she's just going and spreading her lecture. Obviously now.
Everyone's big mad.
Big mad. Like the government, the white people, they're mad. She was basically saying this is what we should get, but they were trying to say that you're misleading the people by making them seem like we have already signed this off and we haven't via the US mail. Because also on these pamphlets that she was sending out had a star, and their whole thing was by the star that makes it seem like that this is been green-lit by the US government, which it hadn't been.
So what did she do? Because obviously she's a black woman.
Right, and we never give up. So she wrote back to them saying, what are you talking about? This is what we deserve. And then they wrote back to her saying, sis, you're getting too comfortable. You're thinking that you motherfuckers can do whatever you want in this country. This is not your country. This is our country. Chill out. And then she wrote a letter back to them. And in the letter, she basically was like, listen, how do you expect me to get my letters across the country? If you can think of a better reason, Mr. Secret Service, Mr. I want to stop the black people from flourishing in life, I would love you to give me a suggestion. Until then, I'm gonna keep using the US mail force to do what I think is possible and helping my people to progress. The government decided that she was wrong and arrested her. And then, surprise, surprise, she went to trial and she got convicted by an all-white male jury, as it was a lot back in the days. That was basically what the jury would consist of. She served her time in Jefferson City from November 1917 to 1918. All of this happened, right? And obviously Callie House had made her impact and she went to prison and everything like that. But fast forward to current days now, we have a professor called Professor Brooks, right? He linked up with a next man from Harvard. He was called Professor Sullivan. And his main thing is teaching his students on how to get a pardon, because he believes that when we look at Callie House, we should not see that she went to prison. In September 2022, a whole petition was actually sent to President Biden.
From Sullivan and Brooks.
From Sullivan and Brooks to pardon our gal, Callie House.
Oh.
So it's actually all the hard work that she put in is still in 2023 still being seen. So their thing is, Callie has done all of this work. We still want this to happen. We still want our reparations.
That's a sick story, because I genuinely didn't know any of that. I didn't know who she was, ever.
I'm glad for Callie, and I hope that Callie can see that we're making progress.
There's not many things that I would thank you for that are good for me. But this story was really good for me, Zeze. Thank you so much.
And also, just pick up the black women.
Big up black women everywhere, past, present, and future.
Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be.
We wouldn't be.
We wouldn't be.
Cheers to Callie House.
Every time.